Over the next couple of weeks, Big Skies slowly starts to wake up. There are tents to put up, picnic tables to restore, signs to clean, flower pots to plant, and plenty of jobs that probably aren't very exciting on paper. But together they become part of preparing this little corner of the Cotswolds for another season. So if you've ever wondered what goes into getting the glamp site ready before the first guests arrive, come and spend a couple of weeks with us, and you'll see how it's done. Well, good morning everyone. I'm here and just settling in. So I've chosen to stay here right by the stables, and I've just been sweeping the concrete pad to make it all homely for myself and Molly. The site is there, you can just about see the yurt, and so that little field there is the glamping site, and then that track there, follow that up and around all the wood and you come onto the Cotswolds way about 200 metres, 300 metres, and it's just stunning. Yeah, so we went out for a quick walk this morning, and it's just incredible here. It's a bit overcast at the moment, but even so, the views down into Cheltenham and then over to the Malvern Hills are it's just incredible. So today, no work on today, just settling in really. I've got a few things to do of personal admin, and then we'll get stuck into it tomorrow with a bit of wood cutting and stacking and storing and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, and then I'll show you around the site. Right, let's go and have a little wander over to the Nook, which is the more exclusive cabin type thing over on its own at the other side of the farm. God, it's a bit bloody windy. We're quite protected up where we are by the stables. Right, so we've just crossed the main road from their drive there, and we're now walking up through the woodland, and I'm fairly certain this woodland sort of backs onto the solitary cabin which is called the Nook. And I know when I came here last week to sort of like meet the owners, we were up in that top part up there and there were just deer walking through the wood. It was just amazing. And so just for orientation, my van's up there somewhere, just the other side of that wood line. See if I can zoom in. There's definitely a male there, I can see his young horns. Ah, there you go, they're off. Yeah, 4 of them. 5. Oh my god, how cool is this? Right, Molly's just gone tearing off up the field because she just saw a pheasant. Honestly, here there are just so many pheasants, so much wildlife. This morning she was chasing squirrels and rabbits, and yeah. Oh, this is just an amazing place. Oh, there she goes on another pheasant. Oh my god, this is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I get to live here now for, well, 4 months, 4.5 months, maybe a little bit longer. Right, just see the top of it. Here we go. Just up above there. Right, let's go and have a look. Right, so this is the Nook. I'll do a proper tour some other time, but this is just secluded all on its own, and then you've got that wood, open fields, and then just a view onto the Malverns in the distance there, and the Cotswold Way which leads to them. Right, so your own little outside picnicky area, and you do get a gas pizza oven. And yeah, I've just been inside. Oh my god, it's absolutely incredible. Yeah, and then literally as you leave that leave the Nook, you're straight into this woodland here. It's just incredible. My god, I could live somewhere like that. I mean, come on, who doesn't love bluebells? And there's just a carpet of them. Right, back into the woods we go, and this is the central route now, all the way back down to where the logging tractors were. She's in her absolute element. She's been non-stop in here. Let's try this way. Yeah, so that shooting, just going off to the side of me, through there. There's a competition on today, and it's clay pigeon shooting. So that happens, well, the competition happens infrequently, but there's generally sort of clay pigeon shoots going on most days, Monday to Friday, and only in sort of like 9 till 5 or 9 till 4, something like that, and then there's nothing through the night. But I tell you what, this place is just incredible. Literally, it's bloody amazing. Seriously. Oh, I got such a good feel about this. I know we haven't started work yet, but I'll be easy enough. But no, I think the setting counts for a lot of it, really. If their head's in the right place, head and heart is in the right place, and the rest will just follow. Simple. Right, and that's us pretty much down to the main road now, and the start of this the forest where we crossed over earlier on. Yeah, so just a bit of thinning of their forestry. Though to be honest, walking up through there, you wouldn't tell. It must have been properly tightly packed before all the cutting down started, because it's still just full of trees. Right, so that's the way we always drive in, and I think this here is part of the Cotswold way. So we'll go up here, and then this should bring us back round to the van on the walk I did this morning, actually. Yeah, so not only is this place carpeted in bluebells, this whole area here, which is only 200 metres from the van, it's got a stack of wild garlic in it too. Right, so that there is a continuation of the Cotswold way, sort of heading east, down around the edges of Cheltenham, and that lane there, or track there, follows the wood line and takes you straight to the van. Right, so just for context, that's that little junction there that we just turned off, and you can just see the yurt there, and yeah, and that tree line there, basically follow that just to the end, and that's where we are. There we go. And look at that, you can tell I'm settled. I've got the fold-in bike out. I picked that up in Wales this time around, actually. Got it out of storage. Got my little fire pit. Got my big moon chair, or whatever they're called, and Molly's bowls are out. We're settled and happy. I've turned the van around because the wind was blowing in through the side door, and I think we're just about to have a bit of a storm. There has been a rumbling of thunder, so yes, time to batten down the hatches, I think. Yep, and just like that, it's absolutely peeing it down. Well, good morning from, yeah, a bit of an overcast morning. But today's the first day of work. Yeah, so we've got some tree surgeons coming in today, lopping down a few trees, and I think there's some wood hauling and stacking and maybe some chopping to do as well. But yeah, it's just gone 6 in the morning. I'm off to, well, have a coffee, obviously, walk Molly along the Cotswolds way for 45 minutes to an hour, and then come back and get stuck in. I'll catch you in a bit. Hi, good morning. Well, it's brightened up a treat, and yeah, we just finished putting a lot of the stuff up into the yurt, which is up in the field there. And I've come back, have a spot of lunch, and then I'm off to sand and paint one of the picnic tables that's over at, well, you'll get to see in a bit, but down at one of the safari tents. And this actually turned out to be quite therapeutic and enjoyable. Although, to be fair, it was bloody hard work. Ah, here we go. 3 hours later. Sanded, brushed, painted. All the tools are being cleaned up. And yeah, it's looking tidy. First day of manual labour. Bloody hooped. Yeah, it's a long time since I've done this. So it was this morning we were humping stuff up to the yurt to make all the furniture and the furnishings, etc. Bolting beds together and all that sort of stuff. And then just after lunch, just before lunch actually, we had all the chip-ins delivered for a new site or a new stretch tent that's going up by the other safari cabin. And so we were shoveling all that from a trailer. Yeah, I think I need to go and have a lie down. Well, good morning to another beautiful morning in the Cotswolds. That over there is the newly installed stretch tent, which I'll do in a later video. But yeah, I've moved the van round again to maximise the solar, but also because today's task is painting these. That one's finished. These two have been dried off, just need a bit of sanding now, and then we'll be on our way. Well, today's been another day on the benches. That's 7 done altogether now, 6 here, 1 down at Hawthorne safari tent, and there's just that one to go tomorrow. But now, as the sun sets, I'm getting dinner on the go. And I've started to make it a bit more homely, so I've rescued that old cable drum. That's now my outside table. Bread's defrosting. And I've got some bacon and mushroom on the go. Egg a little bit later. We're settling in just fine, actually. Quite cool here by the stables, out of the way of everything. Nice hard standing, concrete hard standing, so clean for getting in and out the van. But also on the stables themselves. Hang on a sec. You know, there is an electric point, which is quite handy for the induction hob. I haven't mentioned this yet, and I'll go into it fuller in another episode. But basically, the old gas stove was there. The hole's been filled in temporarily with ply, and all the gas is out now. So the van is now 100% running on electric in the back, and it's doing just well. The 460 amp Fogstar battery is holding its own more than enough. It's getting topped up every day with sun. Not driving that much at the moment, but yeah, whilst the weather's like this, no worries whatsoever. It's back to 100% every day. Alright, and there we have it. Right, that's pretty much all the accommodation up now. A couple of hours this afternoon, just fitting the last of the 2 bell tents. Just need to furnish them now, and that'll happen over the next couple of days. But yeah, the site is starting to take shape. So you've got a bell tent, yurt, another bell tent, the Little Oak safari tent. That there is the stretch tent, the outside space that will be used for classes as well. And then beyond that, just below it, is Hawthorne, the second safari tent. So yeah, it's all taking shape. And it's now the 20th of April, and the first guests are in on the 1st of May for a hen weekend. Hey, good morning. Right, just taking an hour out to have a coffee and just chill for a little bit. Walked Molly this morning, and yeah, got a few jobs lined up for the day, and that should see us through for a couple of hours. And it's funny, even though I've got the moon chair there, I still like to sit on the step every now and again. I'm in the van. This has been sort of like the seat for the last 12 months, and that's hard to give up, as is this life. And I may have covered it already, I'm not sure. But even though this is work, it's a job and everything else, it still 100% feels like van life. It's like nothing's changed. Beautiful location, great park up, got the stability, got everything, here, literally on my doorstep. And yeah, it's going well. It's going really, really well. Such a bold but worthwhile move, coming to stay put and take on a job for the summer to earn some money. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee and then get back to it. I'm going to try and get a couple of trailing plants to go over the front of the pot. But now we're on to the next job, which is DeWalt time and cleaning. And that's for the main signs leading into the site itself. Apologies for wind noise and road noise, but I was out walking Molly this morning and noticed this. So I've come down to basically re-screw this to the post. The other one's on its way out as well, so yeah, I'll chuck a couple of new screws in and then wash the sign down. Right, that's a couple of jobs off today's list. Signs have been re-screwed and washed. Now for a bit of sign writing for the just the basic signs around the glamp site area, and then we've got a bit of humping and dumping to do with furniture for the yurt and the what do you call it? Bell tents. That's the ones. Wow, there we go. Bit of morning painting therapy. A new blue look, which is the Brandon blue. Yeah. A couple of hours killed this morning. Right, time for lunch now. Hey, good morning. Right, day off today, so I'm heading back to Abergavenny. I've got a few things to sort out, a few admin bits, one of which is pre-op meds. So I've now been contacted by the cardio department, and at long last, having got back now to the UK, my operation for atrial fibrillation is booked in for May the 11th, and that falls on a Monday, which means it doesn't interfere with work or anything, so that's fine. And the guys, Kenny and Vicky, have been perfectly okay about it anyway, so even if I do need to take a couple of days off post-op, which I shouldn't do, they're fully on board with it. So yeah, so that's it. Admin day today, before we get stuck into some tree felling tomorrow, which will be coming up shortly. Anyway, see you in Aber. Alrighty, that's us done and on our way back. Yeah, really good few hours back in Abergavenny sorting out my admin. Got everything done, and yeah, quite funny actually, driving to the pharmacy, and I just saw a guy just, like laughing, waving and shouting out of his window of his van, and I knew straight away who it was, and that was that, and I hadn't seen him since school. Anyway, I just went into Aldi before leaving to make a journey back, and he's bloody in there shopping. So we had a good catch up, a good natter and all the rest of it. So if you're watching this, Wayne, ABC from Abergavenny, good to meet up with you again, buddy. And hopefully we'll do it again soon over a beer. Right, that's us back and settled. There's probably an hour left before sunset, and I'm just going to take Molly out for a quick walk. Although at this rate she'll just run herself silly anyway.
Yeah. If the bottom is still part of it. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be lovely.
Ah, another low flyer. Alrighty, that's all the windows done. 6 of them. Oh, my God, they're a pain. The outside bit is easy, but then you've got the inside bit, which you've got to be some sort of contortionist to get underneath it. And then the bloody cloth sticks to the Velcro and all that shit. Right, so the whole thing is decluttered. And now it's just a case of sweep it, get the worst out, then hoover it, get all the dust out, and then mop all the floors, put all the furniture back in, give that a good scrubbing over and disinfectant, and I think we're good. Right, that's surplus to go into storage, and yeah, 2.5 hours later, and it's all done. All the windows are nice and clean, you can see through them. It's been brushed, hoovered, mopped, wiped down, disinfected, and all the furniture put back in. Look how beautiful that is out there. Still a bit blowy and still from the east, so there's a bit of nip in the air early morning, but yeah, it's beautiful. Good morning. Right, a few bits ongoing there. Bread defrosting, chicken defrosting for dinner tonight. Just in the stables. Lovely day today, though I do think we've got some rain coming in for this afternoon. And basically it's Friday today, Friday the 1st of May, and the season and Big Skies is now officially open. We've got our first party in, a hen party. They're arriving this afternoon around about 4 o'clock-ish, maybe a little bit sooner, and they're here till Sunday morning. Yeah, it's been a long slog these 2 weeks. We've pretty much now got everything set up. Let me just give you a quick spin round. So I think you remember when it first went up, I showed you the stretch tent. That's now all got bark and straw matting underneath and some seating in there. Communal room is all ready to go. That was all swept out, mopped out and disinfected this morning. And then the 5 tents. So we've got 2 safari tents, which are that one there, Little Oak, and Hawthorn, which you can just see the roof of there. And then the 2 bell tents and the yurt in the main field themselves. And they're all ready to go. Yeah, as I say, it's been a funny old 2 weeks actually, non-stop. You know, ad hoc hours here, there, and everywhere. Just getting the site set up. But for someone that's been retired 6 years, it feels refreshingly good to do something purposeful, earn a bit of money, you know, to try and make sort of like the van life scene pay for itself, really. Yeah, so far so good, and I'm sure it'll be good to see what it's like now. I've had a couple of weeks of just quiet calm. There's been a few Cotswold Way walkers come in, which we've put up in the top field up behind me, because there are 5 camping pitches, very generous, huge camping pitches for those coming off the Cotswold Way, or for those that want to come up as a family and just use the site and all the amenities, obviously, but with their own tent and not taking out a glamping tent. So that's possible too. But it'll be interesting to see how it differs now with the season open, and yeah, with it being a little bit more hectic. But we'll see how it goes. So far so good. I'm really enjoying it. I'll catch you all soon. And with that, I'll bring this video to a close. Thank you ever so much for following us and supporting us and everything you do towards this channel. Join us next week as we continue on into the season with our first hen party, and then multiple hen parties, and as we get into the flow of things. But until then, take care everyone. Bye bye.